All right, this wasn't the video I planned on making this week. I had an idea that I thought would make for a cool video, but then life got in the way. Now, how did life get in the way, you may ask? Well, yep, that's right. Time to do my daughter's hair. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Black, in case you didn't notice, and my wife is white. We have two lovely daughters, one of which has the most beautiful curly hair. But here's the catch. Neither of us is exactly an expert in the art of maintenance and styling of Afrocentric curly hair. I mean, yeah, I'm Black, but I'm a dude and I didn't have any sisters. And I can cut a decent fade, but I didn't even know what this was called before 2 years ago. And my mom didn't exactly spend a lot of time teaching me how to do a Black woman's hair. Thanks a lot, Mom. Anyway, my daughter's curls are so thick and tangle so easily that she hates to have her hair combed or brushed or whatever.
Okay.
As a result, we often go days or sometimes even weeks on end without detangling her hair, thus creating a vicious cycle wherein every time her hair is being brushed out, it's so knotted that it's a traumatic experience that we all avoid. What I've learned is one of the best ways to deal with hair like my daughter's is to consistently keep it styled so that it can't tangle. And braids and twists are some of the best mechanisms for doing so. By the way, thanks again, Mom. Now, prior to the pandemic, we left styling our daughter's hair to the professionals. But since the pandemic, we've all had to make lifestyle changes, one of which was no more hair salon. As a result, I've had to learn a new skill and style my daughter's hair in a style I affectionately call daddy braids. Sure, it's a bit of the blind leading the blind, but I'm gonna give you what little bit I've learned and a few tips in the hopes of helping you have greater success in managing your daughter's or son's hair. Tip number 1, the tools you'll need. You'll need a brush, referred to commonly as a paddle brush, maybe a pick, a rat tail comb, detangling spray, a spray bottle with water for spritzing, and something to tie off the end of the hair.
Dad, you forgot to mention these clips are good for holding hair back.
Tip number 2, moisture is your friend. Make sure to keep the hair moisturized the entire time. Moisture softens the hair and allows for maximum slippage, which is important for more painless brushing and detangling. And obviously, get all the tangles out. Now, really quickly about detangling spray, a lot of people will suggest a lot of different products to you, but what I've come to recognize is what makes detangling spray worthwhile is the consistency. Find a detangling spray that allows for the hair to slide amongst itself most easily. Tip number 3, it's all about the parts. Take your time creating the straightest, most clearly defined parts you can, especially the center part. No matter how crappy your braids are, well-defined parts will prevent your child from looking too crazy. And it's actually the key to having consistency between braids or twists. Tip number 4, after the hair is parted and sectioned, break it into 3 parts. Make sure the parts are close in size and length. Start weaving the 3 parts together. Make sure it's as tight as possible at the base and weave as closely as possible to the end. The better you do with establishing 3 parts of equal size and length, the closer you'll be able to braid until the end. Make sure to tie off the ends. It will help the braids last longer. Tip number 5, take your time and be easy on yourself. Braiding is a lot of work and it isn't easy. But if you can get good enough, they'll hold for a week or maybe even 2, which is well worth the time invested. And keep in mind that no matter how bad or good your braids are, it's your best efforts, and your best efforts are better than a tangled, matted mess. Trust me, this is a better option than yanking your hair out with a comb or a brush every other day. I understand that curly hair presents challenges, but it's no different than anything in life and requires maintenance. Because the requirements and techniques are new or foreign to you, that doesn't make them insurmountable. Learning to deal is about first being willing to listen, learn, and be open and willing to try. Truthfully, I could give a shit if I'm any good at braiding, but I do give a shit if I'm any good at being a dad. Sometimes I struggle with both, but that's not due to lack of effort, and I will always try my best for my daughter, even if the braids don't come out so good. It's that I'm willing to do it that matters. So when you see me or my wife with my daughter, you may think, it looks like how daddy did her hair. And I'd say, you're goddamn right I did. And the fact that it looks like it, well, that's okay with me too. I'm not by any means an expert in this subject, so if you have anything to contribute to the conversation, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. In the hopes of creating a respectful and encouraging dialogue where both teaching and learning can take place. Thanks a bunch for watching Fitness and Beer.